Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in game number 5, the final game of the Best of 5 series and the finals of the WellPlay Invitational by VitalBet. Kaipi took game 1, lost game 2 up against Danish Bears. Game 3 looked quite convincing here, almost like they would ride the momentum back to a full 3-1 victory in game 4 as well, but then Danish Bears started showing up. Ace definitely being an ace player there on that on a Timber Saw in the last game, able to just roll over Kaipi, which had a lineup that didn't really have a way to really play from behind or defend high ground up against these unkillable heroes. Now we find ourselves here, 2-2 is the scoreline. My name is Dragon Drop. I'm joined by Modpax. This should be an exciting match.
Yeah, trying to think to myself, what kind of a way are we going to go here? And well, with the IO left out once more, and actually an immediate ban on the Timbersaw. Damn, that is some respect right there. But also very good up against the IO. So KP known that they're going to be snagging that one up here, it seems. And we'll see what they want to run. I mean, can we go back for like IO? I know like the Tiny was one of those things back in the day. Obviously, that was more around Sing Sing of 07's times of prominence, but lately they've been running that IO Bristleback. Now, what you might see here is Danish Bears actually picking up the Bat Rider, because currently a lot of teams want that Bat Rider versus the IO, just not only because it's good up against the IO, the IO +1, try and just lasso the more important target, but that and sticking Napalm is so good against Bristle that you can't even pick the hero into bat. Like, there's just no way. So it denies out one of the most powerful combinations that it's in the current meta.
First, they're gonna go back for the Earthbird though. Noya, very good in these kind of space creating heroes. We saw in the last game as well. He was able to get so much done. Maybe not as much as in game 2, but yeah, it's worth noting that in the 2 games that they've won, they've got the hero on top of him. It's the kind of
I would
the
have liked to
common
see his
denominator.
Jakiro.
Oh yeah,
I
that
feel
would
like
also been nice.
he plays it so well, and we haven't seen it yet today. It's kind of one of their more unique picks that we don't see from a lot of other teams, but it does so well against IO +1.
Then
Won't be
again,
the case here.
Earthbirds also quite decent up against IO, can kind of set up for these multi-hero combos as the Earthbird. Then I don't know if you still want to go for Disruptor now or later. If you don't pick it now, I'm pretty sure Kaipi will ban it out, which is kind of the other big counter to the IO +1 that we keep seeing. But they're gonna go for the Bane, so
The other classic counter
that's also quite
instead.
good, yeah. Batrider for Kaipi instead, so you're gonna have that combo. Batrider kind of picking our target, Blink Lasso, plenty of time
This
for
is
the
so good
relocate
for them
combo.
right now. If Danish Bears don't ban the Bristle, they're going to run Safe Lane, Bone 7 Bat, and they're going to run IO Bristle mid. Or even just IO Bristle off lane because they're dire side, which is the best place to do it. That's the more likely with their lineup. And then they would just take Marana to finish it if they leave that open here.
So bold,
Just throw that in the mid
bold
lane.
predictions.
No, seriously, like I can
But yeah,
just
it does make
guarantee
sense, yeah.
in so many ways is that that's what they want to run here. It just makes sense with all the ways things are set up right now. First pick in the next phase will be the Danish Bears. I really hope they ban Bristle. I don't want to see that combo. It's too good. Other things they've done before in the past, KP have run the IO Slark, which is a little bit interesting, a little bit off the wall. And they even ran an offlane Enigma with that, something that we did see pop out at the major.
Oh yeah. She's been buffed a little bit as well with the damage on Black Hole.
That's true. A little teensy tiny buff.
Just a bit. It's nothing world shattering for sure, but then again, none of the patch notes really were.
10 seconds.
Apart from maybe the tree and buff. +6 base damage, I mean, hello. He's hitting for
Yeah,
like...
seriously.
How much is he hitting right now, actually? Must be close to 100 now.
I think 94, I want to say. I think he was like, was he 88 or was he 82? Somewhere around there. I'm not positive. I didn't look it up, but they'll eliminate the Clinks first and probably the Weaver second, you would imagine, from KP, possibly banning out the Slark if they don't want to pick it up for themselves. Just some of these heroes that not only are very good up against the IO, but are also hard to lock down with that Bat Rider.
Yep.
So generally your Deso carriers are like numero uno when it comes to bringing down that IO. We'll see if they want to ban. They're not going to ban the Bristle. I mean, they're giving the respect over.
They got to ban the Brute. They kind of have that third game. Was it the third game? Yeah, with the third game also still in mind. And Bane, Earthbird,
two
none
supports
of those.
that do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It was actually very smart just not run into that again, because if you lose to a Brute Mother in game 5 of Grand Finals like that, it cannot feel good. It just can't feel good just being cheesed like that.
Well, Danish Bears, we're talking a lot about like how Kaipi are gonna draft and what they're gonna go for, but I feel like Danish Bears need to find their own stride here. It can't be too reactive. I mean, the Bane's already
Yeah.
pretty reactive, but they've gone for something of their own in the Earth Spirit. And with the Lycan now removed, I think that might have been one path they could have taken. The other option here would be the Alchemist. If they want to start thinking about running that in some sort of a mid lane capacity, I would imagine it'll get banned out in the 5th phase if they don't take it now. And well, they will take that Weaver that we mentioned, being so good against the Io and the Bat Rider.
Yep. Didn't quite work out well for Kaipi in the last game, but then again,
He did only die twice though that whole game.
Yeah,
to be
that's
fair.
true. That's true. Wasn't enough in the context of the entire lineup.
Remaining.
But yeah, Batrider until he really gets that 4
5
stuff,
seconds remaining.
and Weaver has Lincoln Sphere and can kind of be safe from the lasso. Io very
Reserve time.
squishy if the Weaver has some time to log onto him.
It also makes the Bristleback pick worse too. It's hard for him to deal with the Weaver,
Yeah.
To actually lock him down and get the kill until you go like Vanguard into Abyssal Blade, which can happen. But
Yeah.
the other thing is they haven't revealed their offlaner yet too, which means the Faceless Void could come out, and he's not only fantastic against Io +1, but the time dilation absolutely shreds Bristleback. So with the current lineup they had from DB, you can't pick the Bristle yet.
Yeah.
Until you know what their offlaner is going to be. And there's that Mirana for Sing Sing, not banned out. We know that's coming. Game 5 scenario. This is what I'm picking for Sing. Not a surprise.
Almost feel like it wouldn't be too bad of a tiny game. And I mean, Bristleback, I mean, for a variety of reasons that you were laid out, it's
10
not exactly
seconds
the
remaining.
best pick. Even with the heroes that are here already, right? Weaver, you talked about it, very hard to actually
5
deal with because it can
seconds
just get
remaining.
away. Bane, a little lockdown here, just with Nightmare, if no one's able to take it off, with the
Reserve
Fiend's
time.
Group as well. Earthspirit also highly mobile, has some lockdown to help kite the Bristleback, but tiny. Get the Blink Dagger on top of him here, relocate in. You have the burst damage to actually bring down pretty much
Dire
any one
team
of
pick.
these heroes in a single combo. Then start off the team fight at an advantage. They also get themselves Slaughter now, which is a bit more tanky here if he doesn't have the sprint going. It's also one of these more or less classic counters up against the IO +1.
10 seconds
Relocate
remaining.
in if you have the crush at the ready. That's an easy double stun.
Radiant
It's not gonna end
team
with the
back.
fishes there. Kaipi. They're up for themselves. The Bone 7 Slug. So
And this makes a lot of sense now, right? Because you can just kind of shift off of that Bristleback plan into something else. And they just have so many options that they run with it. And having done the IO once before already, rather the IO plus Slark once before already, they'll go back into it
5
here.
seconds remaining.
It'll be interesting to see how they're going to end up leaning this. Typically, Bone 7, at least from what I've seen, does tend to grab up that Bat Rider, but of course, this is a new stand in here, so we'll see how they want to run it.
Dire team ban.
last band comes out.
Something for KP that would, you probably want to get rid of some stuff that is good against the Slark, even when he's in his Shadow Dance.
Yeah, some
So
Tomeis.
we're looking at a mid, like Queen of Pain would be pretty
Oh, yeah.
good too, for bursting down that IO. They already have some decent control through the Bane, Earth Spirit, and Slardar. I think I ban Quap here, but I don't know if Baby Knight plays it a lot.
Reserve
He might be more
time.
comfortable on just the Invoker.
He can play it, but yeah, I think Invoker's these more go-to heroes. And the Windrun instead. That's
Oh
also-
yeah, he plays
that's-
Wind Ranger
absolutely,
quite a bit
yeah.
too. So that's solid.
If you go Invoker here, wouldn't be too bad, would it? I mean, there's some potential of being kind of wrapped around, but not early unless the Marana kind of
10
lands some crazy
seconds
arrows.
remaining.
And that Sing Sing Marana again might actually see that, but
Lion.
it's a lion now.
Radiant
Sing Sing.
team
I
ban.
think the Spirit Breaker ban shows that they're thinking about something a little bit squishier in the mid lane, and
It is,
they'll
yeah.
go back for the Alk. So we talked about this. I'm surprised it didn't get banned out in the 5th phase, but I guess the Wind Ranger was pretty
That
pretty
was-
good too. But
yeah,
we just
was
said, like, if it doesn't get banned out, they're gonna grab Alchemist, and it's been banned out every game so far when it came to Baby Knight's hero.
Well, they might not have Pingman check, but Baby Knight's also no stranger to this particular hero. And he does know how to run it just as well. Oh man, I'm so excited, man. I just this is a good draft for both sides, really. Both teams have ways to actually get ahead and win it. It's not a draft win by any means for either team. It's all going to come down to how well they're playing, how well they can deal with the pressure. And
10 seconds remaining.
I've no doubt this is going to be a pretty good end to
5
what was
seconds
already a pretty
remaining.
damn good series to look at here in the WellPlay Invitational. Final best of 3. Best of 5. Ah, I did it again. Can't count. And there's so many best of 3s in Dota that when you have a best of 5, it's kind
Prepare
of
for battle.
hard to remember sometimes, even if you're already in game 5. But hey, this is where we're at. My name is Dragon Job. I'm joined by Mopax. These are our teams. Let's start with Kaipi here on the dire side. We've got Come With Me, saying his name to 33 here, also known as the Coon, standing in on the Batrider. And it's gonna be Sing Sing back on his famed Marana top lane. Bone 7 on the Slug. Yeah, Fishy Fishy or something. I don't know all those voice lines. Sexy Bambo rounding out the lineup on that Lion.
All right, well, on the side of Danish Bears, it's going to be our Weaver picked up this time, moving off Bone 7 and onto Ace, who was your Timbersaw last game. We're down the safe lane. Baby Knight going mid on that Alchemist. Pretty scary hero in the current meta. Difficult to kill. Not the highest DPS right now from KP. Going to need a lot of Essence shift stacks here to try and bring him down. The Hestejo on the Slardar, looking pretty fearsome. Damn, that set is pretty cool. And then Noya on your Earth Spirit with way down bot rise. Chilling on the Bane here. Got an early ward placed down with that smoke TP. And then he's also holding 2 sentries. So see if he can snipe out any of the vision. We see the observers are stacked. Who's got him? Come with me? Nope. One on the Batrider and one on Sexy Bambo. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this Batrider as he moves down here and see if they're able to spot where the ward goes down.
So, what do you think about this early smoke and fountain that DB has gone for every single time? Is it just something that's worth just
I think it's because the supports do it anyway. Like they just smoke and immediately TP to make sure they get to the place as fast as possible. Like this ward is so deep that the only way you can get it is if you smoke, or else someone's going to be there in time to dispel your smoke and see you. If you just normally run, and it's also in a place that doesn't typically get dewarded because the sentry gets placed like further down. I guess I can draw on just the map. I can't draw on the actual screen and pause, but like down here. And so this is outside of the range. It's pretty smart.
So, let's talk about this line a little bit because obviously last pick on the side of Kaipi and a chance to analyze in the draft. Is this the 5th pick that they needed? And it does provide a lot of extra lockdown, but it's also kind of squishy up against
this was
damage that DB can actually bring to the table later.
This was before the Alk, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it still does pretty well against Alk for sure, but it's really good up against the Weaver. Just getting some sort of solid hex lockdown, someone who can lead into that lasso before the actual Lincoln Sphere is up. Yeah, I mean, you look at their other stuns and it's like arrow, so
pretty much,
you can also set up that pretty well.
Not so easy last hit. I'm gonna give it to the Alchemist, so already value off of that Grievous Screen.
30 seconds.
Just a little bit, compared to the 100 gold that you get for the ward in the first place, but hey. Start.
Yeah, so nicely done.
Right, so
I'm not sure
again,
which draft I'm totally favoring here.
I know, after DB has played last game, we gotta jump on their boat. Jump on a DB boat. They're from Denmark, so it's not gonna be a train. It's gonna be a boat instead. This is a lot of water run, so...
Good point, good point. I really like Isle plus Batrider. I know it didn't work out too well last game, but I feel like it's a very powerful combination if you can get the... Well, it didn't seem like it was maximum. I don't know. I didn't see like the maximum potency that I'm used to. Like I'm used to like dumpstering the lane, whereas they took the win, but we'll see.
Sing Sing with the easy arrow on the range creep to make sure that you get that experience. But now the roll comes in, not quite connecting though from Noya, unfortunately. Could have turned into a bit of harassment damage at the very least for Sing Sing. Maybe Knight all needs is level 2 to have the nest spray available, and then the lane will be a little bit more annoying for Sing Sing to say the least. We're level set up. Meanwhile up top he has to Joe. Actually gets pounced up. Does not have
Don't think they can kill him.
Skill yet, yeah. He's quite tanky, and 660 health points max, plus 5 armor. Eating through these tangos, tangoing through the branches for that extra region. I
like that Bambo didn't even waste his Earth Spike, just holding it and harassing down as much as possible.
Roll comes through, actually connects and come with me, who links up with Bambo. Joe looking for the crush perhaps, but once again. unwilling to really commit with a counter stun potential. There it is. Now coming out. Bone 7 linked up to get that extra movement speed. Looking for the pounce, not quite in range. Noya gonna have to body block.
Oh, they're gonna
a
get
little
that.
bit.
That
They're
was a
gonna
nice
get the pounce
play.
after all.
Well
And
done.
Noya,
Oh, gets
can't
in
roll
front.
out. He should die too here. Another Earth Spike comes out. A couple of right clicks should do the trick. And 2 kills going towards that top lane this early. This is not what you're looking for. Kill on Slug. Kill and come with me.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. I mean, you look at, I don't know, man. Like, Slayer always has such a hard time, and they try and give him the Earth Spirit to help him out, but it's an IO plus the Lion. Like, Lion in itself, generally pretty good up against, you know, some of these weaker offlaners, but the IO helping out with his move speed on the Slark, someone who can actually fight relatively early with no real threat of dying here. And now the IO just heads to the mid lane to help out Sing Sing up against the harass of just, acid spray. He doesn't even need to be top anymore, right? Like, this lane is just secured. Bone 7 can pretty much solo zone Hesijo if he really wants to, who's still stuck at level 1.
It's just gonna crack level 2 now. The creep's gonna...
Oh, mid lane.
Close enough. Okay.
Got the
Wrap
Bat Rider
around,
here.
Perhaps? He's invised up. Maybe not got the
He's
bounty
away,
rune,
though.
but... Can he actually really kill the Alchemist? I mean, before level 6 is much easier, obviously, but
He's
there's
gonna
no
go for a
acid spray.
YOLO arrow, I think, on the Bane. Oh, that's what I feel like that could have been a play, actually. I'm surprised they didn't. Do you know have mana? He's mana. Because he's
Kinda
waiting to
hard to
stack,
pull
I
off.
mean.
I don't know. It's
Guess
just one of these... It's a low risk play, but at the same time, maybe you want to hold on to the mana for Starstorm, spam to get some extra CS or whatever. Maybe it's not worth it going for it. Especially if there's not a lot of kill potentially. Even if you get an arrow all the way behind in the back. It's still under the tower, then you can't really dive it.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, he could have solo killed him, I'm sure. It's a Bat Rider. But either way. Hesijo,
Go
next up top.
Yeah.
Power of the Lion.
Doesn't even have points in the stun. I don't know why he was that far forward in the first place. It's just this is the point where you kind of try and get yourself at least the Quelling Blade into the Iron Talon to try and follow the jungle. It's not ideal, but they're gonna get more than up in the top lane. Bottom lane,
Yeah, there's,
Rise,
like,
actually
no way
look
you
at
can
him.
go back.
Brain Stab, Nightmare now, on to 33, and now Noya with the rotation. Bat Rider trying to go for the Bat Rider plays. Noya. TP down bottom. Make sure to turn that around. That's the first kill
That's
here
Joe.
on the board.
He's back up here, but they have the ward. Like, they fully spotted his rotation. Bambo just lurking there on the side.
He can't go
I think
across
Hesijo
this
saw
line.
him.
Just can't go across this line anymore. He's just here to wait for the creeper to come on in the tower. Then it starts to be a little bit dangerous with Bone 7 stacking up levels.
Smoked up mid, too. Really early rotation from the Bat Rider. I'm not sure what the plan is here.
It's a bit odd. I mean, he's level 3. This is the point where he can jungle, but don't even have Flame Break. What do you really expect to do? Other than maybe steal some stacks? I mean, just...
It kind of makes sense, though, just because he can't get anything. Oh, damn. No, he spots him out.
Yeah.
He can't get anything in the lane, so he's just kind of trying to find
Oh,
these
hey,
stacks.
Baby Knight, he has a haste rune.
That
Damage
acid
that he's
hurt him.
taken. Yeah, the roll comes through kind of clean. Some of these trees.
He can get denied by the Hellbear, potentially.
I don't know, Baby Knight's just taking the camp. Leaves Noya to deal with 33,
He's
but...
almost got him.
Yeah, Noya is still 3 stacks on him. A couple of right clicks should do the trick.
Oh,
Bane
he's
with the
dead.
Nightmare. No! That was a bit of a miscalculation there. Baby Knight willing to go for that. Willing to help out his buddy. Just go for this juicy creeps here in the camp.
Come with me, he's leeching some experience, but he's going to be found out.
Dyer's bottom
And
There's
forced
another
away
Nightmare
from
only in
Noya.
6 more seconds. The roll comes in from Noya. Moonlight Shadow comes out. It's not gonna be enough against burst damage. Rain Stab pretty damn good. Low cooldown now as well. It scales a little bit. 1 second at a level. Pretty damn good. This is just this is one
And
of the odd
left up top,
rotations.
too, for Hesijo. I think he should be okay. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of rotations. Everyone's flying over the map right now. Come with me now. He's back up top. He's got his bottle, but he's still only level 2. Could use a little bit of experience, of course, being on the greedier end as an IO. Sing Sing arrow play, maybe, for the rune here. No, he's just gonna walk
There's
up.
more
He's
help
like, I don't
coming
need
in.
no
Sing
arrow.
Sing takes a bit of damage here, but also does some with the Starstorm. Now follow up with stun onto Noya. Should be able to bring him down and crush him back on both zone. He'll push it off himself. No, it's
Baby
Baby
Knight not
Knight.
running.
Maybe in a bit of trouble. He does have the ultimate to go for. Still fighting in the acid spray. Bambo dropping low, not low enough. Might be able to strike him down. Maybe on back. Bone 7 just looking for a target, but Nancy Joe gets a crush off. No punch this time. The arrow will miss. And coming right this up to Bone 7. Should be able to finish off Ace. Shikuchi's forward here. Way too deep. Double Starstorm brings him down first. And Bone 7. He's able to juke it enough.
Oh no!
Oh.
Alright, it was a bait. It was an
was.
intentional arrow miss. We all know Sing Sing can't miss a point blank. I think
Oh
he thought
my
that was going
God.
to be like a Shikuchi juke or something there, but tried to next level it.
That was so juicy. I can definitely understand willing to get Bone 7 there. He was sitting at 20 HP. A single right click from Ace would have done the trick, but he just couldn't get in range. Instead, Shikuchiing straight into the double Starstorm. Double Starfall here. And then the tower finishing off the Slaughter too. It was not what DB had in
game.
mind. I don't think they needed to dive that deep either. They were just starting to get a grip on this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the stacks. Look at this camp. Double Mod Golem spawn.
The Skrilla, dude.
This
And the
is-
Satyrs. Oh, that's so
Satyrs.
much money. Baby Knight's like getting a Radiance, just no armlet required this game. I wonder if he'll even go for it, because he's really rich right now. In terms of like just cash. You know, didn't have to buy any early items, didn't buy components, and he'll just buy the straight armlet. He's doing it.
That's kind
He's
of
following the meta. Bone 7. He's got the Shadow Dance up top, so he'll be able to regen up here in just a moment. Come with me, also just shadowing him to make sure he stays alive. But again, he is suffering. Still only level 3. He's definitely going to be needing that tome once we hit the 10-minute mark down bottom lane.
Same for Noya though. I mean,
Rotation in here.
look at the Earthbird. He's also only level 2.
Oh,
so
look at
now
this.
just
Everyone's hiding for the Moonlight Shadow for the lasso play.
For
Ace, no
Ace.
sentry.
playing rather far back, but walks right into 33. Arrow comes in. This should be a kill. Long range arrow means it's gonna be a long duration. Time lapse available.
Really great combo, too. And now Rise comes in with an Arcane Rune, but I don't know, kind of scary.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't really
Now, the
fight
thing is, they
twos.
definitely want to get this Alchemist, though, right? Like, not only are you trying to shut down a Weaver and slow him down, but you have to deal with the threat of that Radiance coming online early.
It's gotta be super early, right? If you look at the last chart, he's sitting at 61 on the top of the board. Obviously, a lot of these small little critters and the jungle camp being among that, but that doesn't really matter so much because with the Grievous Greed, every single last hit counts for so much more
Radiant's top tower
than it would
is
be
under
for anyone
attack.
else. So he's starting to get ahead. Another Mod Golem spawn. So we're gonna get the plus 25 or whatever on the one, and then plus 4 times on the small spawnlings, chart golems. Just so good. Stacked up the small camp. Look at this small camp. Small little kobolds as well. Just a dream alchemist game.
So I guess in terms of like the dire side waiting around though, like we have the Blink Dagger, which will be up in a while here for the Coon, and then we still have to worry about that Aghanim Scepter, which is surprisingly close for Sing Sing, only about 2k gold away as he is in a little bit of trouble down bottom, but leaves himself away. Tons of space given to Bambo mid. I mean, we talk about the Io needing experience, but Bambo being given that level 6, a lot of room, as Sing Sing being the more survivable one can leech down bottom. But this is, again, like, KP, we've seen this throughout their history as a team, and as well as this series today, where they're very much a part of getting that 4 roll a lot of levels in gold, too. Like, numerous times we're talking about, like, a 700 gold difference between top and bottom, which is crazy.
Yep.
Compared to, you know, usually you're talking of the thousands.
Smoke up here from the Coon and Sexy Bambo. They're looking for something here, and they will run it to Noya. Not the most important
Don't even
kill
think they
at this
need lasso.
stage, but yeah, they don't. Just pop it with the finger. Arrow would have been there as well. Gonna be able to turn it into tier 1 tower push if they have another creep ape, which is coming now. To try and
Yeah, I
burst
really
it.
like holding this Firefly, too. Till they spot
That's so
someone.
Hesi Joe makes a rotation in, gets the damage off on Sexy Bambo. Moonlight Shadow comes out, and 33 comes in with a lasso. Nice little stone from Noya coming back into the fray. Hesi Joe should still burn out. But what cost 80 gets the box up on a couple of heroes. Come with me. Don't have the vision on him, so he'll be able to just TP out. Now Moonlight Shadow will end 33 still with a Firefly. Will time out now, but Ace? Oh, he's actually stuck here. Oh, and Ace doesn't know. Okay, I'm gonna TP out. Oh!
Oh, close one. Almost being spotted.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That's what's Bone 7 doing this whole time anyway. 2 of them 3 after that early start up top. He's just chilling after baiting that double kill mid. He's, you know, he's done his part. He's like, let me get my Shadow Blade first, guys, then I'll join you. So there it is. He's ready to take part in all of this. Sing Sing as well, very close now to that Aghanim Scepter.
Oh yeah. That's such a huge damage boost. Station game.
1300 to
able
go.
Jump in.
He farms so fast too with that max Starstorm.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like, and no one's able to kill him either. Like they're just not committing all those resources.
Sasujo looking like he had the most success in offlane, obviously, as he gave up quite a few kills. Now, okay, Bone 7.
There's the latch.
Which comes through. Nice little defensive Nightmare, trying to dodge some of the damage. Not gonna be enough though with Will's
Oh,
ball
nice
coming
arrow
through.
though, that's max.
The arrow onto Baby Knight. It's gonna be an easy kill. Didn't even have the ultimate going, not that it would have mattered. Now relocate forward. He has Ace Teep is in. I wanna go in between here. Not quite finding anyone except for Rise in the backlines. Gotta focus on him.
Weaver's actually out of mana too.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like despite having, I mean, they only have one sentry, but they can't even capitalize on the fact that the Weaver, or rather that the IO's like starting to get low. You know, you can't be this Weaver that you're looking at, where you're just in and out of the fights over and over. But pops the stick now. He's got enough for that time lapse. But early on, the mana cost is ridiculous. Like yeah, it eventually gets to 0, but 150 straight up is just awful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kaipi is still looking for more here, just hanging around in case anyone from DB extends a little bit too much. There's the Blink Dagger now for Bad Rider. Once again, has to show he's nowhere near the kills that he's accumulated. Kind of very hard for him to get to the point where he think about a Blink Dagger right now. That means that the initiation from DB is still going to be limited into pretty much limited to Neuer or counter initiating under a tower, something when KP comes in.
Yeah, and not something that they're gonna want to be doing quite yet either. Like they're just trying to build into this Aghanim Scepter right now. Probably the next item for Bone 7, you'd imagine, would be the Echo Saber, one of the more common ones right now. But if he feels like he's far enough ahead, he could just go straight for like the Silver Edge into the Scotty or something. But judging by that Ochre Club, pretty safe to assume. I would say that it will be that Echo Saber. Yeah, nice snag, nice snag. Getting that Weaver. The power of the Lion, man. Good hero. Bambo almost up to that Blink Dagger thanks to all that space in the mid lane that he got as well.
Starting to develop into a bit of a problem, right? I mean, not just that Kaipi are finding the skills, they're also taking the jungle control away from the Danish Bears. Look at these wards coming out constantly. There's a relatively fresh one here, scouting out. There's another one here. So obviously they want to look at the Alchemist here if he's ever farming there to try and get him. Outside of that, just finding pickups means that Alchemist won't even be comfortable farming there, which means that he's going to be late somewhat at the very least. Also, the problem is if the Alchemist is the only one that's farmed on your team, not going to be enough. You can't really 1v5 in those circumstances.
Keep an eye on him right now. Bone 7 going in up top.
Yes, charge comes through. Does charge up his stun. Will land it and come with me, but without the ultimate, can't really stand up to that. Bone 7 gets in front of Neuer to interrupt that roll. Get himself a double kill, more or less. Actually, come with me. Snagging up the one on the Alchemist. Now to relocate. They're looking for more inside the Radiant jungle. They will find it. Ace, Rise, all gonna fall here. Ouch.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really like this draft to the side of KP. The Lion just showing off its true power here. And I think a lot of teams
Radiant's bottom tower
probably
is
would have
under
opted
attack.
into the Ancient Apparition, right? Like the Weaver, the Alchemist, especially, of course, being the number one reason, but generally just helping out that top lane too. In a lot of ways, that's kind of what you would have expected. But just going with the Lion, just showing that they have a lot of confidence in their own ability to control up and kill that Weaver and the Alchemist too, because there definitely is a concern of damage when you're drafting a Moronic core. Like, of course, Starstorm is a great nuke, but if you can't finish off that Alch right away, they don't have a lot of like solid right-click damage besides the Slark. Like, you don't have a the Moron doesn't scale that well with this build. The Aghanims into the Blink, so. They just said we have confidence in our early game. We have confidence that we're going to get Sexy Bambo some solid items early so that he can be really active and slow down this Weaver and slow down this Alchemist. That's exactly what's happening. They're looking for another Blink Hex down bottom.
Be able to find it too. Sing Sing with a double Starstorm at the ready.
Look at that nuke.
Follow-up stun from Bambo. Just such an early Blink 2 here. They will find the roll to Sing Sing. Blood Shadow's not going to help him out here with the depth fight damage on top of him.
Radiant's top
And look at how much time they need to actually bring him down.
Jeez, I thought he was gonna Moonlight Shadow, at least try and save sexy Bambo, but Bambo just makes his way into the trees and is able to escape anyway. And he's like, I'm saving it. You know, it's not just for you, man. Well, there's a Radiant, 16 minutes in.
Not the best timing, considering that he's kind of picked up twice here up in our top lane.
Also not the best when the the Alchemist is 800 gold, 600 now I suppose, behind Bone 7, and then there's 3 Dire Heroes after that. The Lion's out farming your Weaver.
There's Blink Tag at least for Joe now, so a little bit of extra tools make something happen outside of DB. But they kind of have to play division game, that we're losing out so hard on that. These wards are not in the most standard positions here. This sentry pack, or this pair of wards scouted out Kaipi's one in that particular position. This one is still up. The sentries in the back as well. Kaipi, they...
Yeah, teams in general just much better at warding now.
Yeah.
Many more different spots showing up ever since teams have started, like, you know, going into like warding details and stuff and making sure that they're fully aware of like the patterns of their team and everything. And the whole meta game with the like TPs and smokes and stuff like that at the start of the game have all, I think, amplified a lot of the attention on general warding patterns.
Yep.
But
speaking of smokes, one from
yeah,
DB
this slider, man,
came out, and plus a smoke on the side of Kaipi as well.
they want Bone 7 so bad. That would be such a huge kill for them. Do they have any dust? They don't have it on the slider. It's on the Earth Spear, but it's just like, look, he pops, and now they're like, okay, he's here. But now Noya...
Right, gonna time out, they're gonna get the stun here. He purchases off the amplified damage. Can't go get a jump to the low ground, but the relocate is there. Defensive one from Come With Me.
I didn't know
back.
the
They
was there.
want to fight this here, the rest of Kaipi. Slowly make
they're
their way
fighting.
across. Oh yeah, they will.
the
Bat Rider
Rider's
ready
gonna be
with the
huge.
blink here. Come with me. Actually keeping himself alive with the Invis rune here, but oh god. That's one versus down. It's gonna be the Weaver. Fiend's group after with both 7 here. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? They looks like they might. They do. With everyone else from Kaipi just a little bit tired to the party. Now sees he come in, gets controlled up by the Nightmare, but Bambo with the plays. Good stun. Now they're just cleaning house.
Oh, they're all so low.
Rise. Actually, nothing left to interrupt the TP, so you'll be alright. 33.
Oh, he's dead. Hess Joe,
Yes.
the burn.
Ah.
Nice little play there by KP.
Just one of these things. Alright, let's just defense relocate, whatever. Let's just wait for the free kill. Kaipi making haste.
And
to
just
make their
all
way
grouped
there.
up so heavily, too.
At least they got a kill onto Bone 7, right? Which is added bonus. It was a unstoppable streak going for the Alchemist.
Well, it's certainly who they wanted, but I don't think they wanted to trade 4 heroes for
No,
it,
not
unfortunately. Not the play. And Roshan probably going to be the next object of their desire, maybe taking down a tower first, we'll see. But they don't have the best heroes for it, and they do have some great heroes around the pit, though. I mean, between Relocate, Slark in and out of the pit, and of course the king of the pit himself, the Bat Rider.
Yep.
Lately usurping the title from the Naga Siren as she's kind of fallen out of favor in the general meta. It seems to be back to the Bat.
So, looking at DB's lineup now, how much time do you think they need now to get to a point where they can actually kind of take these kind of fights, depending on how the initiation goes?
Oh, the thing they have to fight right now is the only problem. I mean, they can't farm up. Nothing good is going to come from farming up with a Slardar, an Earth Spirit, and a Bane. They need to fight, and they need to solo pick off with that Slardar over and over again to propel themselves into some sort of a state where they can keep KP off balance. Like, always having one hero down, meaning that they can possibly pressure objectives, even if it's just a tier 1, for God's sake. They haven't even taken one yet. Like, they just need a single pick off. This is big.
The arrow
Like, this
comes
is what they
through,
need.
will not land on anybody as Noya just strolls right through it. Looks like they took your
Oh, God.
advice to heart. What? Catch up, Midas? Oh, this is just...
Oh, that is not good.
No, not at all.
But hey, he's going for it, man. This is game 5. The 20-minute Midas for Weaver. Gotta do something.
It gives you attack speed, too. Which is...
Dire's middle tower is under
No, there's
attack.
no other way to rationalize this, but it being a comeback Midas, catch-up Midas. Still had the Alchemist with the Radiance.
Are fortified. Dire's middle
I mean, this is
tower
what we needed,
is
though,
under
right?
attack.
Like, they get one kill, they can pressure mid. I mean, they're a little bit scared, but the creeps will finish it off, so tower goes down. mission accomplished. Now, don't let your courier die here, guys, because Bone 7's on your courier. Yeah, your courier is dead. Come on now. And that ward, too good.
What's MVP for Kaipi here in this game? He has been, right? Those deep wards throughout the entire game with the reason they could play so aggressively but so confidently as well.
Yeah, Slark's just so frustrating in that aspect. It's so easy to find all the vision.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Baby Knight, Blink,
And
that's
Blink
not quite in
was
range
not
enough, counter
really close
initiation! 33, giving himself away, it's a good start to engagement for DB. They want to find more, but look at this, Weaver actually stunned up, has to time absorb the damage, will be able to. Now defensive nightmare onto Joe. As Kaipi take their fill here, Bamboo gets the kill with the Finger of Death, but now, almost, yeah, follow-up stun with the armor being nibbled away, but that stun actually finished off.
Those wards, man.
Finished up
Can't believe he got
Joe
the
too.
slider.
Yeah, it was actually kind of crazy. It's also kind of the pressure that DB feel, having to feeling the need to keep going. Maybe get one more blink stun off, even though you're so low on health. Any sort of anything that KP would have thrown back would have killed you. I think the important part is that they hold on to the tier 2s for the time being. Still farming up with Baby Knight, he has not peaked just yet here when it comes to just brawling potential. And obviously they need some time for the Weaver. I mean, this is the game plan that they're going for. It's not gonna be one that would give them a sure win for sure, because Kaipi is also scaling decently well into the later parts of the game. But
Sing Sing? Just walked past Ace and blinked away. Yeah, the sentry,
Ace should
but
be right.
not catching him.
Okay. If Bamboo would have made that play there just for the blind blink stun, I would have just... I don't know what I would have done.
Oh, Baby Knight's trying to get an Octarine core. He's going for the build. It's interesting that he didn't finish at the Manta first, but I guess he just wants the bigger HP pool for his regen to work with here.
If you enter into these kind of fights, kind of want to have the regen before the Manta at the same time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
There are no silences or anything that would really help you against immediately.
Look at Bambo.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh wow,
has fallen.
And that ward, where'd it go?
got denied.
Oh, they were killing it. I guess they got the sentry. I
Yeah,
think
it was
Bambo
sentry
killed their
play.
sentry, and that's what he died for.
Not worth. Tier 2 bottom went down though, Sing Sing was able to split push that down. But yeah, top lane now, if they can get 0.7, that would be huge. Rise with his Glimmer Cape. So we'll get in range for the lockdown though.
I feel like they really want a gem on the side of the Radiant, but they just can't, like, not only afford to get it due to overall gold on the support. Well, either the supports really, but I mean, namely the Bane would be the one to grab it, but it's so risky if they lose it. It would just be so handy for these little plays where not only because obviously they're in a big vision battle, like he just bought 4 sentries, so that's 400 gold down the drain right there from Rise, but you're trying to deal with this vision advantage not only from the Slark and but also from the Bat Rider too. It's very difficult to do if you're constantly buying up every single sentry.
Game's hard indeed. Kaipi, kind of close to DB, whether they know it or not. Don't quite have the vision right now up on the high ground. There's sentries galore. Try and Moonlit Shadow in, then probably know about it. In fact, yeah, they're expecting it. Kind of baiting out Baby Knight a little bit. Then
Okay,
fighting.
you know that they were just spotted going into the Roche pit. Be interested to see how they want to play this, if they want to just keep fighting into it, or if they want to back away and try and wait for some sort of a rotation.
Is under attack.
Okay, Bat's just going to do like the little sit play, try and pop the smoke as they walk past, but they don't have any vision over in this area. They have the wards coming out from here, so they know the Alchemist is still up here, which is pretty important for them, and they'll just scan to make sure. But they're fine.
Dire's
Roshan secured.
is under attack.
Not sure if DB actually know about it, because Ace, he's not actually pushing a tier 1 top. It could have been an easy trade.
Roshan
But as it
is
stands,
They saw the D ward, so they should know.
yes.
tower is under
Ace
attack.
is now here, gets a couple of bugs up on the backlines. Now a couple of TPs come out, Sing Sing in the back. As the Moonlit Shadow available, we'll pop it now. Rest of his team Still in the back. Oh, Sing Sing actually finds Rise. So gets a little short range arrow, but now Nightmare. No more help. Actually,
They
there
have a
is.
lot of dire heroes still coming in though.
Should be able to bring it down with the lockdown from Papa. Rise with a noble sacrifice, tanking the gank, creating more space for Baby Knight to finish up the Octarine course. 200 goals away from it unless he wants to save for buyback. It's also a consideration that you have to make at this point. Hey, look at this. So DB relocate comes in right on top of them, right into the magnetized three-man stun here. Ace caught up with an arrow on the backlines. He will be bursted down. And they didn't quite have the damage to make anything off of that. Oh man, that was... If Baby Knight was there, he could have maybe followed it up with a triple stable concoction. Would have been able to get at least 1 or 2, but as it stands. I have to put 2 travels just yet.
Yeah, it's already hard enough to kill that IO as you just saw. Now picking up that mechanism too for Come With Me. So even tankier, even more hard to deal with.
Should be a tier 2 now, with the Weaver down. That being said though, gonna take them a while. They don't have the best tower push.
Still a ton of time left on this Aegis though. I mean, they can definitely keep pressuring here. Should be able to get the last tier 2. I don't think they'll try high ground. I wouldn't mind seeing either the line or the back. They'll catch this last wave though and just make sure they can pressure top at the same time because they have nothing expended right now. That's the jump. Oh, nice.
Oh god. Gonna go for a tier 2 top. Slow and methodical. Don't want to throw this game obviously by overextending it to high ground before you really have to. Just a reminder guys, this is game 5, the grand finals of the WellPlay Invitational. Winner of this will get 2,500 euros, the loser only 500. Quite a substantial difference here between the 2 places. Now look at Bone 7, has a Shadow Blade, will find Noya. He's in general vicinity, same for Hesijo, but look at his burst damage here with the relocate coming in as well. Got the roll out, but Bambo provided that extra lockdown.
Well, this is what they're after, right? Just slow pickoffs, and then eventually building into some sort of a push.
Sing Sing. Ace. Ace!
Oh, it actually hits. What?
What?
Come on.
No words. No words for that.
I mean, maybe he just wasn't expecting it. I guess you can assume that, but damn, son.
Oh man.
Things have like a magnet in these things or something. I don't know. Homing arrows.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
I'm pretty sure.
But that
just
Aegis, again, so much time. Like they can just go high ground right now. There's 38 full seconds, no Weaver. This could be Rex.
What's DB gonna do? They need that damage output. What little there is with Midas Weaver. Let's go for Linkets now. It's even more defensive. It's gonna be a lot on the Baby Knight. He's still up in the top of that wolf chart, but by far not as far ahead as he needs to be. Make up for this here. Look annoying.
Oh man, Bambo just goes in.
It up. Now gets concoctioned up, but nice little 4-7. Actually makes it into a double stun. Bone 7 as well. Another 4-star keeps him safe. Forces Baby Knight back. They keep the tower alive for the time being. Hesijo pops a Linkets on the Sing Sing. Finding out the fact that there is such a thing.
I think they're still gonna go. They have lasso in 6 seconds. And Firefly being prepped up, coming in the backside, Radiant side vision. They can't actually see this line here. And they don't have any vision going up on the high ground, so...
T3 coming down, Arrow will almost sit on Rise, but now... Oh god, there's 3 heroes coming in. They want to bring down Baby Knight. Nice counter anticipation from Hesijo. Defensive Nightmares, Bone 7 actually goes onto Rise and backlines. Taking care of that control factor. 33. Another stun from Baby Knight. Gets out of him, Bone 7, just to keep him away. And now Ace finally doing something worthwhile. Able to skitter back and forth on the fight. Bring down the Bad Rider, but the rest of Kaipi is still looking for more blood. Arrow, Ace gets the time ups off, but unable to Shikuchi. Was still on cooldown at that point. Just keep going back in.
So much damage.
7, yes. Doing a lot of damage here. Come with me, might actually take out almost here. 4-star into another right click. Finally bringing them down. Just kind of trying to ignore Bone 7 as he still had the Aegis. Did end up working out. Lost quite a bit. Was there buyback? No buybacks expended though. Quite a miracle.
This is what we talked about with the Alchemist, right? Is that they don't have that damage. Like, if he doesn't get lassoed and killed, or fingered and killed, the Mirana build is really cool for that big magic burst nuke, but sustained right clicks, you just don't get that from Blink, Aghanim Scepter, and no one else on the team besides like the Slark. Obviously, pretty good, but he can only do so much as a single hero, especially without an MKB.
Yeah. He does have
Probably
the
building
Doctor
it
Core
next.
now, so it's just adding to that, adding to the tankiness of the Alchemist. And with that, yeah, it's him doing the damage here, him kind of forcing some sort of reaction of Kaipi. Also allowed the Slardar to kind of come back in again and again and again with his crushes, with its multi-hero crushes from Joe. It's kind of the way that you want to play the Slardar, right? That low cooldown on that particular spell. And now the smoked up. They want to get a little bit more. Want to get Kaipi. Want to tumble them even more while they're off balance, and they might fight
is a good
Sexy
pick.
Rambo. It's not going for it though. Not going across
Good
to
thing
the
they
other high
didn't.
ground. Yeah. If we would have walked up here, that would have been such an easy kill. High ground vision advantage in that area.
Well, now we kind of go back to a little bit of a map control battle here, as well as looking towards that next Aegis too.
Yep.
Looks like they're again just going to group up here. You look at the dire side vision, and they only see the Alchemist. They don't know about all these other guys lurking nearby, but you think that they are assuming so. But
They, DB also picked
they see
themselves up a
Bambo.
jump. Well, they do have a sentry here. We'll spot out these walls more than likely.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
yeah,
important to have that
yeah.
gem, as you mentioned there for Noya too, though. Trying to do up exactly against this Battle of Bone 7 and his damn Shadow Dance. So frustrating.
Sing Sing though also holds on to a gem. Now going for, yeah, what's he actually going for? Is it gonna be an AC? For Sing Sing?
I guess so. I mean, I think he needs more damage though. Yeah,
Okay.
just come Mjolnir.
Makes sense. Kinda odd that you would go for the Hyperstone first though. Okay, they actually find someone. Sexy Bumble was just trying to do ward. Gets stunned from low ground, Bone 7 is there, kinda think twice about going into that. When that Shadow comes out, has to taking quite a bit of damage, not enough.
His middle tower is under attack.
To actually make it feasible for anyone to react to this, even with the relocate potential. DB get themselves a freebie, just extending the time that they have to keep farming up. Now 6k ahead is the Alchemist. Going for an Assault Cuirass of Zone by the looks of it. That's able to travel, and yeah, with that he's pretty close to 6 slotted. He can replace the armlet at some point with some sort of damage item perhaps, or an Abyssal Blade, something along those lines, to try and help lock down some of these pesky heroes.
And in the end, though, they definitely can't compete with the overall split push. Like, they still have to play a lot together on the side of Danish Bears, just because of how this game's been going, and obviously the lead that was amassed here. It has dipped back down to about 10k, but of course, it's much bigger.
Get the Nightmare off! Rise is there, ready with the Fiend's Grip, and everyone is there, trying to burst him down, and Relocate is there. A little bit further, Fiend's Grip was actually still going, hilariously enough. That was so clutch, though.
Sing Sing's pushing
Picking
down
up,
bottom.
they
They might
want
just try and
more.
force a fight.
Relocate back. You come with me, going down eventually. Yeah, AC spots it out, he gets the box on Bambo here, trying to bring him down. Lincoln Sphere will pop that, meanwhile in front, last on to Baby Knight, but where's the damage follow-up? It just isn't there, 33 will just die to the Radiance. Bone 7,
This is a bad fight.
well, he will get the Slaughter, but at what cost? Sing Sing will tank up the concoction with the Lincoln Sphere now. Baby Knight stunned up with Sexy Bambo still being alive in the backlands. Ace unable to really bring him down. And now looking for Noya as well, come with me, still not dead. Ace finally bring that one down, 3 for 2 trade at the end of the day. But they didn't get the most important heroes from DB. Might still though. Baby Knight hexed up, follow-up stun from Bambo. Bone 7 is there, he really wants to get this kill. And misses the pounce though. Baby Knight still fighting here with the Octarine, trying to go for Bambo, doesn't quite have the damage. Despite fighting in the acid spray. It was almost a good fight for DB, I feel like, but...
Yeah, Sing Sing coming in there,
Yeah,
missing the arrow, but
the
unable
buyback,
to kill the Slark. That's what
Buyback
ends
from
up
Wisp as
mattering.
well. That was so clutch. Just keeping the lion alive.
Yeah, that's true. But like, if they had got Bone 7 when he was down low, I mean, that's obviously just a completely one fight and could have turned this
Yeah.
game right into like a 4K advantage. Even with an Alchemist, you'd be extremely happy with being down just 4K. But
Yeah.
Radiant's middle
ends up
tower
being a
is
slight
under
win.
attack.
in the end, not a major loss for Danish Bears as long as they don't have to buy back on the south.
We're cheddar now though, there's a sentry at the ready, so they will scout out what's happening. Sing Sing with his own jam drill. Just take care of that.
I like
we'll
this.
go for the range
Spreading the
frags.
rain.
Should go for both frags at the same time.
Radiant's bottom
They're not going to buy back.
No.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
So Rex down. So it starts getting a little bit more dangerous. Alchemist can of course still farm that particular lane with pretty good efficiency. It's not the end of the world, but cannot afford any more mistakes now. If Kaipi taking another set of racks, then the game is just going to be possibly hard.
This might have been a questionable no buyback though. Like, you know Roche is up, so you don't buy back to save your racks, and then therefore you can't get into a position to also defend the Roche pit. So now you give up an entire lane and the Aegis. I feel like that's just GG. Like, you couldn't even bring down Bone 7 once in that last fight. How on earth are you going to do it this time, with relocate and everything else up and available?
Yep.
Like, high ground fighting was your best chance. We saw how good it was and how hard it was for the Bat Rider to actually make that play down in the bottom lane the first time and how they won that initial engagement. And although he has that BKB now, it still doesn't stop some of that damage coming out from the Weaver. I mean, what little damage he's providing, but as well as just the right clicks from the Alchemist. Fiend Script from the Bat, I don't know. Like, what good is the buyback going to be in this scenario?
Not really what you're looking for, is it? Gonna have to deal with the slug somehow. You're not gonna have to do it once, but twice. Right now, Bone 7, you can just... Especially with the Moonshot, he ate that a little bit earlier. They're on to Baby Knight. Was gonna stun himself as well, so it's gonna be free tier 3 even. No Acid Spray to try and do that. Nightmare to Bone 7, he'll punch it off. Just jump out. Things get too hairy, so it's like... How do you defend this now?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
With
Well,
the
they get
crush
Bone,
about
I
7.
mean, it's just
Ah.
Aegis, though.
Well, at least it's that now. Follow-up stun. Actually still following them all the way back and to the top. Can he get him a second time? He purchases that one off. Rise looking for the Fiend Script here. But now last on to Baby Knight trying to bring him down. But Octarine doing a good job bringing him down. Now the Fiend Script here will be cancelled. Unable to try and get the damage off. And now Bone 7 is back. Baby Knight will have to buy back now to try and salvage this fight. But the rest of his team's already dropping low. So Rise going down, expending everything he had. Ace can't really find the angle that he's looking for. Astage also had to make his way back with a TP to just heal up. With the Aegis down though, does Kaipi think twice about committing for the high ground now? Apparently not, but...
I would just go.
Arrow
I feel like they're
miss,
still so
Bone
strong.
7. Yeah, he's about to bring down double crush
Oh,
onto
man,
him.
those
Sing
are two
Sing.
heroes, though.
Where's the damage follow up here? Neuer with a stone in. Looking for a bit of magnetize, but it doesn't actually have it available. Used in the last fight too.
This might be time to run.
Yeah. Keep hold of the Rax and a tier 3 in the mid. But at what cost? I don't think they can pull over defense like that again without a buyback on Baby Knight.
Well, hopefully we won't have to wait for next Roche, guys. That's obviously going to be quite a while. But the Danish Bears, I mean, they still have 2 racks remaining. Pretty solid when you have the Octopus on your team. You're not too concerned about losing just a single one. So head their way out of the base. Perhaps at some point the Deso, maybe enough to pull off that kill on the Io at some point before the fight starts. Still relatively tanky, and of course he does still have that Ghost Scepter and no Diffusal Blaze to try and get rid of that. In fact, no way they can really purge it. There's no Yule Scepters or anything they can do. Well, just to rely on a stun, probably from Hestejo, into those right clicks from the Weaver, and hope that'll be enough.
It's gonna be so crucial too, because we saw how fast Bone 7 actually ended up dying. With the Blink Crush, no purge going, follow-up stuns available, and especially with the amplified damage, just taking away all of his armor. As he did not go for any sort of butterfly or Skadi or armor-based build-up. So if they do catch Bone 7 without the help available from the backlines, then they can actually burst him down pretty damn fast.
Yeah, and with how much money him and both Sing Sing have saved up, Sing Sing could just buy a full Moonshot right now if he wanted to, but he's probably just thinking about ditching that gem on someone else and grabbing I would think a MKB of his own, you would expect. But they need to get the next item up on Bone 7 too. As you can see, he's just farming away.
Lion is also just so good against illusions. Manager in one, Hex the other, and now, okay, frontline, Sing Sing. It's forced away at the very least. This is so tense. DB, they have a mountain to climb. Do they have the right gear though? That's the big question. They do, but they just have to find... Maybe almost hope for a bit of a misplay from Kaipi. Yeah, look at Bone 7, he's sitting at the edge of the vision.
Coming with another Batrider play up on the sneaky cliffs. Radiant vision. They don't know he's there.
Silence, get the crush on Bambo. Follow up stun here, baiting out the last one to Baby Knight here. So around 5 heroes, trying to burst him down. Glimmer Cape here, defensive Nightmare, trying to keep him alive. So far, so good. Hesijo will end up falling. They didn't actually bring anyone down, 33. The Bucks nibbling away at him, but not enough. Need to find at least Come With Me here, but Ghost after keeping him alive. And Ace will actually give up his own life for it. It's one true casualty here. Hesijo's committing in deep. They need to go for this place, but they're not quite getting it. The kiting is just too strong, and now Baby Knight Noya is still going in deep. Too deep, perhaps. Finally, two heroes fall, but at what cost? Sing Sing bites back.
In.
Yeah, same for Come With Me here, just linking up to 33. That's the last buybacks coming out. Baby Knight, he's being tracked down by Sing Sing. Unable to re-bring him down, so the hope is still alive for DB. But they used so much to make that happen. The kiting from Kaipi, so freaking strong, and now Bone 7 just goes for the racks. He doesn't give a damn. He knows that DB's used a lot of gunpowder to make that happen. Now blink forward, 33, doesn't quite get the lasso off, and Baby Knight shelling up stun. Gets it onto the Batrider, will be able to bring him down as Bone 7 is still focusing on racks. Pops the ultimate to make that happen. Is that actually the right decision here? Manages to purge pounds out. Tripping over my words here. At the end of this game. They didn't get the racks at the end.
Can't quite get it. Oh, yo, is it time? Is this the Earth Spirit plays? They've saved 2 racks long enough to build up an Aghanim Scepter now for that ES. I've got to assume that's who they hand it off to, of course. Oh, the Weaver, of course.
The Weaver, yeah. This could be a huge play, actually, if they can make it work. Bone 7 now silence up. 33 looking for the lasso. Gets stunned up. Right click down. They will lose their racks for it. Might get Come With Me in the end. Here's the roll miss, so that's another kill.
And now they smoke. They want more. They're going aggressive.
Oh. Hesijo, he's sprinting as fast as he can, but so is Kaipi. Sing Sing all on Bone 7 already back on their own side of the map. This game mod packs. Is this ever gonna end?
Radiant's middle tower is under
I don't know, KP, they just can't quite get it. Like, no BKBs to just sit there and crush buildings, right? Like, you're worried about Fiend's Grip, you're worried about the bashes, I suppose, from Hesijo, but so many times this game, like, those have been down, and you've seen them just try and take these buildings, but they can't quite sit there and do it.
Sing Sing evading this wraparound. Now the Moonlight Shadow comes out.
This Bloodthorn might be enough to try and bring in this Alchemist, if you can snipe him when it's down. But they need a Hex as it's about to end right now. This is the time for Bambo to try and go in and do something about this Alchemist. Especially when he's so far forward, this is their opportunity.
Hesijo actually comes in, way deep onto Bambo, gets a bash off to follow now. Ghost Scepter keeping him alive. Meanwhile, Ace.
Nice use of the ultimate there from the Weaver to bring Noya back to full HP. It's only a 16-second cooldown too, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. They did lose the Slaughter though to Lightning Bounce of all things. Sing Sing and Bone 7 want for more. They want more, they will get Noya. Baby Knight will have to fight in more to get something else. They will get Bone 7 here with the Fiend Script. Now looking for Sing Sing. Leap forward with the help from the Io. Now the Master actually gonna bring Baby Knight in. No buyback being used on Weaver. Baby Knight is actually dropping so low. Nice little ultimate used from the Weaver here, keeping him alive. Now the turnaround. That's one more dead. And now finally the buyback forced out. But it's too late. DB will be able to make the retreat happen.
Bone 7!
Sing Sing blinking forward. You're looking for Ace. Can he get the blind arrow? No, not going for it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh,
I wonder why they waited so long.
I mean, they almost brought down Baby Knight, but once again, that Weaver ultimate onto your buddy. I've never seen it before, but in this game, so far, it's been working out to give DB a fighting chance, if nothing else.
Yeah, and Kaipi gonna be very disappointed as they sit here hoping this Aegis is about to spawn, not aware that it is gonna be a full 2 minutes before it's up. Gotta bring that courier down and sit it in there, I imagine, because they cannot waste too much time in that pit. And of course, Bambo, I suppose, has nothing better to do with his life, so.
Big
Oh,
Knights.
jeez.
He can get himself another Agnum Scepter now. He can actually almost want him to get a moonshot first for himself. So sitting at 8k gold.
I think the
Yeah, there
the
is.
eggs is just too important, actually, but he'll do it. I don't know, I don't like that. Like, why wouldn't you put an Agnum Scepter on your Earth Spirit versus a moonshot on your Alchemist?
Yeah, that's true.
Think about the, I mean, that just seems...
It's also X
Little
upgrade for the
question.
Bane, kind of making it much better. Yeah, the ability to turn teammates into stone is the same kind of thing that Ace would be able to provide, right? Just dodge some of that damage. Okay, come with me. He's pretty much alone here. Will be brought down. Will that Shadow not gonna help? Arrow should be sidestepped here. Yeah, not gonna last long enough anyway. Roshan still not spawned yet, so DB. Oh, Hesi Joe. Okay. I'll go ahead to find him a gajillion wards here as well for the dire side.
How they did the old double plant on the ground unintentionally.
Yeah.
Classic.
Gonna go for this push now. IO does have buyback. They need him. Baby Knight will get to tier 3. Now focusing on the melee racks. You better look at the bottom lane though. Sing Sing is forcing
Sing Sing's
reaction
in
back.
here.
If they can cancel
Oh,
some
they're
teleports
going.
here.
They're going for it!
Radiant's courier has
Well, they actually
Are
fight
they not
Bambo.
gonna go?
Radiant's
Alright,
God.
they're going melees.
has fallen.
Bambo is
No one
creating a
else
lot of
is coming
space
back?
here. The relocate back comes out. Bambo will fall, but
Nice
so will the
play.
melee racks and Sing Sing. Baby Knight does not have a stun, but Noya does. We're able to bring him down. It's no buyback on the Mirana, but all that stands between Kaipi and Mega Creeps on the side now is it's one single range racks on the side of DB. They cannot go for a play like this again. They need to respond immediately if Kaipi has creeps in the base. Man.
Double bots now done it as well for Alchemist here.
3.6k
This is
gold
a
is gonna have buyback
very
available
difficult
again
game.
now. Yeah. TPN, they want to make something happen. Rise with the Glimmer Cape. Might find Bone 7 or come with me. Nightmare on 1. Oh, nice little crush here. At least gonna take care of the Wisp, but he's quite tanky. Need to spend a little bit more, and there it is. Bone 7.
Is this it? I mean,
They
Sing
need
Sing has no
vision.
buyback.
They have the dust on top
25 more
of him. Yeah.
seconds.
Is this it?
Dire's middle barracks are under
I don't know. It depends on how much they want to focus the throne over these other
Well-
racks. I mean, wondering like how much
Line-
they have. Creeps, hurry! Run, creeps, go!
I think if Kaipi fight now, they might actually kill himself. Bambo coming
No,
forward,
they can't
gets a
fight.
stun on
Bambo
1.
cannot go in.
Yeah.
This is foolish.
Dire's
But the damage is a slug and he can be controlled up. There it is. Blink stun. Bambo should be brought down here. He does have buyback.
He has buyback.
Might have to use it.
Sing Sing's is back now off cooldown, but they're going
Gotta
for the
go
tier
for
4.
it,
This
yeah.
is their time. They have
This
the
is it.
last
Sing
as
Sing.
well.
Buyback
They
ticked
need
in.
secondary force staff.
They have
Take
the
someone in
much.
the fountain.
Yeah. Maybe not going for it here. Now the Lesser comes out, but immediately stunned up. 33 is dead. No buyback on him. Everyone's stunned up though, thanks to Sexy Bambo. Bone 7 looking for the target. Only found the Bane so far. And Baby Knight, look at this damage here, Bambo. They can get him. That would be a dieback, but he's taking care of the illusions. Baby Knight is still going for it. With a Desolate onto Ace. They're starting to do damage to the Ancient, but now Bone 7, the vision's still not quite there with the Invest, keeping himself alive. They're trying to do their best, but now Sing Sing! He's almost dead!
that arrow, it might
Baby
be
Knight,
alive.
at the ultimate on Baby Knight, bringing him back up to fighting shape. Now the stun onto Bambo, but not quite falling just yet. Double stun now to Baby Knight and Rise. He finds one, finds Sing Sing, but Baby Knight, he can buy back though. He's gonna be able to come back onto Ace. Bone 7, he doesn't quite find the damage onto him. They're going for the juggler here. They want to end this game. But Baby Knight's gonna die against Ace with the call back again. Double stun. If I come with me, perhaps. But Bone 7, he stacked up so much. The last of second to control. That's gonna be a dieback on Baby Knight. Ace, he's still going for it. Will he be able to do it? No. I broke down in that fight completely.
is under.
Look at the Radiant base. Their own Ancient almost fell to all these super mega creeps now coming in.
Radiant's ancient is under.
I mean, they had to go for it, but Bone 7's in here.
This is
He's
it.
still 60 stacks up. It's over. My
Too weak for this. Mine too, Sing Sing. So is mine.
Wow. Best of
Oh my
5.
god. I
comes
broke
down
down
again,
so
base
hard
race.
in that last base race. I have. Oh god.
That's a good way to end well play, though, isn't it?
Are you kidding? I could not have hoped for more between these two teams. It came down to the wire. And even though Kaipi, they were ahead for pretty much the entire game. But for Danish Bears to put up that much of a fight and almost able to actually do it. Maybe if they could have gotten 1 or 2 more kills. Like if they were able to bring down Sexy Bambo as he was dropping low, as he was kind of edging towards the top side of the base. It would have been able to do it, because then you wouldn't have had buyback to just use it. There wouldn't have been these extra lockdowns. I don't know. So many things that could have gone differently in that fight alone. There's the end result. Kaipi, they do take the series 3-2. They are your WellPlay Invitational Season 2 champions. And will take home 2,500 euros. DB though, at least get 500 and the respect of everyone watching, I'm assuming, because they did show us some great Dota tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think both teams definitely shown their stuff. Like, very kind of almost one-sided games when each team won, and then at least in Game 5 it didn't go that way, right? We headed right to the end, the base race, the throne. So our hearts, you know, as Sing Sing said, couldn't quite take it, but they were able to take this victory here for them. So excited to see the new squad, you know, maybe popping up a couple other tournaments. So congratulations to them. But the new Danish Bears with Baby Knight also looking very solid. So expect to see these guys in their run up to the TI. Both teams will be in the open qualifiers, I believe, for EU because of roster swaps. So
it's going to be something to look forward to. That starts at the 21st of June, I believe, the open quals. Before that, of course, is ESL1 Frankfurt, where we'll be live in person. Looking forward to that. But yeah, that's it for the WellPlay Invitational by VitalBet. Thank you guys very much for watching. I know a lot of you have been tuning in time and time again to this particular stream, so thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed my casting, though it's probably not been as good as it could be. But I know that you definitely should have enjoyed Modpax's casting, because as always, it's been on point. Super fun casting with you again, of course. So thank you very much to you. Now's the time for shameless plugs. Where can I find you, Modpax?
Oh, good. Well, no, thanks for having me. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Modpax. Also on Twitch at Modpax. Will probably stream more pubs tonight. 6-0, yo, on a streak. So expect a lot of feeding. It's going to be great. Lots of salt. Going to lose those next 6 games. It's going to be great.
Comic balance indeed. Alright, and while you're already at it, you can also follow me on Twitter at DragonDropDota to find out where I'm casting next. And yeah, also check out wellplay.co for all the info about this tournament and all other upcoming tournaments. I believe there's the Loot Market Invitational also going on at the same time now, so something worth checking out there. But yeah, wow, what a series, what an end to an amazing tournament. Nothing left to say for me, but to thank you guys once again, and see you next time.